Hi there. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine, and I've got a little what's on my desk today. I don't expect it's going to be very long, but I'm going to get started on my next journal, and it's time to cut this book apart, and I thought you might enjoy. so, um, the last few journals that I've done, I they were kind of theme heavy. I did the flower journal. I did Harriet, the domestic post-war goddess journal, um, the child's history of England. I did a bird book. That was fun. So they were quite theme heavy. And if anyone who's followed me for a little while now knows every once in a while, I have to go off. Gotta go off, and sometimes I've just got to bust loose and do one of my Catherine All Sorts. And I'm craving doing a Catherine All Sorts where there's no rules and there's no rhyme or reason. And this is going to be my next Catherine All Sorts. The Preacher's Homiletic Commentary on the Acts of the Apostles. It looks like it's part of a encyclopedia that Funk and Wagnalls had put out. And this is a big book. Let's measure this baby. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. It's upside down. That would help. So it looks like it's 6.5 by 9.5. Whew. This one's going to be big. By almost 2 inches. This is going to be a big book, but I'm really in the mood to make just a good, substantial journal that's not necessarily going to have tons and tons of pages. A kind of journal that people can just sink their teeth into and glue their treasures in it and really enjoy it. And I just loved the spine. How gorgeous is that? I'm going to have to do a little research and find out when these were published. I know this book is old because I actually have been able to find the owner. Because it was owned, you can see here, by a gentleman named James P. Snook. And it looks like it says that he donated 367 books to the Westmoreland Methodist Church, which was in Toronto. And this was the 63rd book of his 367 volumes that he donated. And I was able to find him. And he was born in 1847 in Fortune, Newfoundland. And he finished his life in Toronto. It looks like he lived most of his life in Toronto. He had a large family. Let me see how many children. He married a woman named Jane Lake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 children they had. It looks like 6 daughters and 2 sons. I'm finding his one son. He had a son named Headley, and I'm finding Headley all over the place. I'm addicted to genealogy, so I'm just on Ancestry.com all the time, anyways. And this gentleman was quite easy to find. He was very active in doing things in the Methodist Church, which eventually became part of the United Church of Canada, which is a very big church. There's no publication date, but as I said, Mr. Snook was born in 1847. He died in 1921. So this is definitely, it looks like he donated these before he died, because it looks like he was quite alive, because it says here generously donated. The former owner, Mr. J.P. Snook. Borrowers are requested to bestow the care and observe punctuality in return that the liberality of the donor merits. So it sounds like It sounds like either he donated it while he was still alive, or perhaps it was part of his will. Oh, we got some Scotch tape here. Let's see. So this book is at least 100 years old, could be older. I would suspect it's older. But I'm going to do a little research and find out if maybe Funkin' Wagnalls has a bit more to say about this series that they did. But I just loved that. How gorgeous is that? And I think I'm going to have fun with the cover. It's obviously had, it's got some staining and some, it's a little banged up, but that's okay. I don't mind banged up. Sometimes they make the best journals. And I am definitely leaving these here, and I'm going to work around those and see what we can do to make that even more cool. It's not a very exciting book. Oh, here we go. As far as, like I did that Catholic Encyclopedia once, which was fun. And it had a lot of really great photos and illustrations in it. This one really is just typewritten word. Let's see how it is for cracking. Let's see if the paper's tough or not. That's not bad. Oh, no. That is. Okay, so you know what? It is what it is. I have a feeling that someone somewhere in his family lives here in my town, because I actually have a few of his books that were donated to my local thrift store. So yeah, this is not precious. Don't be thinking, oh, Catherine, you got to find his family and give that back. There were so many books there that somebody obviously, it sounds like if he had 367 books that he gave away, I guarantee you there were even just as many books that to him were precious, and he saved them, and his family is enjoying those books that belonged to him. So let's cut this open. So as ever, with a hidden hollowback spine, which is what this is, you always cut down in these two areas here carefully. You don't take your knife too deep, or you could cut open this back, and I don't want to cut that open because that's my favorite part. So we are going to be very careful and just do little snips, and hopefully you can see it, but I got to be careful. Yeah, this paper feels mushy. I have to see what I'm doing so that I don't cut myself in cutting open this book. Now, I usually start with the back. I don't know why. I just do. You can see all the gauze in there that was used to put the book together originally. And I'm just using the tip of this knife. There we go. All right, that came off quite easily. Oh, and that looks like that feels like that's going to come out quite easily. All right. All right, Mr. Snook, let's take your book apart, sir. There's even, you know what, I found a picture of him. So I'll try and see if I can print off the photo of him. There's a very handsome picture of him. He has a big bushy mustache like Lanny McDonald. And he has some glasses on that are the kind of spectacles that pinched onto your nose. So that's pretty cool. I love that. I love when I can find the old owner. So there we go. There's our new cover. And there's our new text block. I'm going to try and use a few things out of here, maybe as the background for some tags and that. But as I mentioned, I really don't expect this book to have much of a theme. I really expect it to be an all sorts kind of book. And just to be fun. Yep, That's coming out. Let's see. That's going to need completely rebuilding this back spine. That's all right. We're up for it. Oh, look at that. Oh, I like when you can see that it was... All right, I'll have to find somehow to reuse that. Cool. Cool. There we go. I wonder where this book... At this point, I often start dreaming, you know, where's this book going to take me? Because they usually do still manage to find a theme somehow, anyhow. So, but right now, I have no idea. I don't know what it feels like being. I just feel like it's big enough that I could put in fewer pages so that it will have room, so that perhaps somebody could glue things in, or maybe I could put some... I haven't used envelopes in a long time, and I love when journals have envelopes in them. Now I want to be careful here. I don't want this paper to tear into this. Do you know what I mean? Because I want to save that. So I'm just being tender with it. And then I'm going to have to decide how... I don't have a lot of room here for when I reinforce this big spine. So I'm going to have to... I'm not going to do it in this episode, but I'm going to have to get my thinking cap on and decide how I'm going to go about reinforcing this so that it's strong and lasts another 100 years. So that someday somebody will try and figure out, wait, I thought this was my grandmother's journal, but it says it was owned by James Snook. That would be a great mystery. I'd love that. Hold on. The volume of my voice is probably all over the place. I've been standing up and sitting down, so I apologize. All right, this may just be as good as it's going to get, and that's okay. Right. Hold on. I'm taking a day off from sewing masks. My wrists and my elbows are still sore. So I'm taking a little break. Hopefully your communities where you live are doing well. Ours is doing okay. We're keeping our number. They're thinking that perhaps we're starting to go into either just a sideways or maybe starting to do our downward descent, which would be nice. Gee, I like those. Oh, now I wonder what I'm going to do with it. Oh. Wow. Okay. Oh, you know what? I should share with you today's necklace before I go, because I told you it wasn't going to be very long. Oh, and of course now I can't get it off. Let's see if I can slip it over my head. Yes, I can. Okay. Here's today's necklace. Here. Hold on. Mr. Snook, out of the way. Mr. Snook, I'm going to show off today's necklace. So again, I got this at a thrift store one day. Pretty cool, eh? I don't know what this is. It looks like it's made out of wood. It almost looks like cedar chips. Not sure. But it's a cool one. And it's not too heavy. It looks big and chunky, but it actually doesn't weigh much at all. So that's today's necklace. Thanks for visiting with me, and thanks for beginning our journey to do Mr. Snook's book and make a really nice journal out of it. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Bye.